My channel is not monetized, so this video I'm not gonna make any money out of it, so don't worry, you can watch comfortably. Anyway, so today I'm gonna be talking about PCOS. What is PCOS? How to lower your cortisol levels, how to deal with insulin resistance, and also how to manage it and lose weight in case you are trying to lose weight. And FYI, I wrote everything on my iPad because I have ADHD and I don't want to like keep jumping from one subject to another. So I'm gonna be mostly reading the things that I wrote on my iPad so I can stay on track. First of all, what is PCOS? PCOS is a hormonal condition that affects women or anyone with ovaries. Especially during reproductive years, it can influence hormones, metabolism, periods, fertility, skin, and weight. Many people manage it very well, but a lot of people struggle. I used to struggle, but now I feel like I manage it pretty well. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to do that as well. PCOS happens when the body has hormone imbalance, higher androgen, sometimes called the male hormone, is also linked to risks of type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, and ovarian cancer. Unfortunately, in many PCOS cases, people have trouble managing and using insulin effectively, and this unfortunately causes higher insulin levels, ovaries produce more androgen, and hormonal imbalance, irregular cycles, which I struggled with. To manage PCOS, first of all, you have to focus on your blood and sugar balance. You have to eat in a way that balances sugar in your body. Eating in a way that stabilizes blood sugar helps hormones, and for that you have to eat high protein, high fiber meals, cut any processed food. Unfortunately, if you love fast food, you have to say goodbye to that for at least few months until you can balance your PCOS and manage it, and then you can like enjoy it like once or twice a month, because I do that. I do indulge occasionally, but I feel like I deserve it. So for now, if you are first starting, I'm sorry, but you have to be a little bit strict, and you have to make sure that you are eating protein and fiber instead of processed sugar and processed food in general. Now moving to exercising. Exercising helps with insulin resistance and also helps with cortisol. However, we don't want to do something that's gonna spike up our cortisol, like HIIT or intense cardios and all that. So what I recommend is weight walking and also Pilates. I like these three together, especially Pilates. For Pilates, I've been doing Pilates, reformer Pilates since last year, in last June, and I have noticed that my body has completely changed thanks to Pilates. Not only did I manage to lose weight, but I do feel healthier, I feel stronger, and my body looks toned and looks hotter than it did. So a win is a win. But my favorite form of Pilates is reformer Pilates, especially cardio Pilates. It's not the same as cardio, it's not as intense as cardio, but it really makes me sweat and makes me, it helped me lose weight. So I like it, and I still have energy when I finish doing cardio Pilates, which is good. For exercising, I recommend like 30 minutes to 1 hour a day if you can. However, 3 days a week is good. And if you really don't have time and your work schedule is taking up all the time that you have to work out, I recommend getting those mats, like walking mats. You can literally put one underneath your desk or just home or whatever. You can watch stuff while you walk, you can work while you walk, which is incredible. So I highly recommend investing in that if you really don't have time to go outside and walk. But if you could go outside and walk, that's better, honestly. Now moving to cortisol. And for people who don't know, cortisol is a stress hormone, and if you want to say bye-bye to cortisol, because like I had a cortisol phase before because of stress, and it did not look good. So if you are struggling with your cortisol levels spiking up, here's what you should do to lower it down. First of all, when you wake up in the morning, we don't check our phones, okay? We don't check our phones when we wake up in the morning, and also we do not doom scroll. Doom scrolling is insane. I've been watching a lot of videos about it. Please do if you are struggling with doom scrolling, because that shit spikes up your cortisol levels like there is no tomorrow, whether you scroll during the day or during the night. So please stop doing that. Otherwise, when you first wake up, meditate, journal, wake up and move your body, shake your body, go wash up, go do something. And if you wake up exhausted, just stare at a wall or don't use your phone. Don't spike up your cortisol the second you wake up. Another thing you can do that helps with cortisol is journaling, yoga, meditation, talking to people, deep breaths, and also reminding yourself that no matter how bad things are, eventually things get better. So, and then also remind yourself that you are not doing yourself a favor by holding on into stress, and that you are harming yourself and your hormones, and that stress could lead to cancer, and we don't want that. So please manage your stress levels. I know it's hard, especially now with everything that is happening, but yeah, if everything that's happening in the world is affecting you and the only portal you have with that is your phone, stop scrolling, stop using your phone. Thank you. Also, sleeping well and sleeping more than 8 hours a night, because we are women and we need more. We need around like 9 to 10 hours of sleep every single night. So please, queen, sleep well during the night. Also, research has showed that spending time outside, especially in nature, helps lowering your cortisol levels. So what I like to do is go for walks in the park. If you have a beach next to you, like you, go to the beach, just go sit there, swim if you can. Swimming is good too, by the way. Swim if you can, garden, plants. You can also just sit in the park and let the sunlight hit you. Sunlight is really good for lowering cortisol levels and just good in general, because you need the vitamin D, girl, and I know we're not getting it from anything else. Kind of this works. Here are some things that you can take to lower your cortisol level. Starting off strong with magnesium. I love taking magnesium before bed. CBD is really good to relax. Ashwagandha, I have not taken it that much, but there was a seltzer that I used to like that had ashwagandha, and I used to feel chill after it. You can also eat almonds, walnuts, spinach, and blueberries. These are very rich with a lot of nutrients that help lower cortisol levels. Unfortunately, caffeine doesn't help cortisol. Actually, it spikes it. So if you are obsessed with caffeine, try to cut down your caffeine consumption, or at least eat something before you have coffee in the morning. Also, if you could switch to matcha instead of coffee, that would be good too. But if you have iron deficit, please be careful. There's also L-theanine. I hope I'm saying it right. I used to take some gummies that had it, and it's really good. I feel like a lot of like mints, like those like little mints that you take when your breath stinks, they have L-theanine in them as well, so that's good. In the morning or at night, omega-3, you can take it whatever, and L-theanine during stress or even after it. Now that we've talked about how to manage PCOS, let's talk about losing weight with PCOS. Unfortunately, if you want to lose weight, a calorie deficit is necessary, unfortunately. So what I started doing was lowering my calorie intake slowly each day by day. You don't just go cold turkey into a diet, because you're not gonna be able to go with it. So please start slow. If you go cold turkey and just start to jump right into dieting, you could be doing the opposite of what you're trying to do. You can increase the stress hormone and worsen the cravings and the fatigue. So fatigue, that's a French word for it. Fatigue. English is my third language, so fatigue. Anyways, so a gentle deficit is the way to go, and please don't just jump into a diet. Personally did is have brunch and dinner. For dinner, I usually do something like protein, a little bit of carbs, and fiber. Like I would do like grilled chicken, a little bit of rice, and a salad or roasted vegetables or something like that. And for brunch, I would do something savory. I would do one of the meals that I put in the PDF file. You can check that out, after you finish watching this video. I'm gonna tell you at the end how you can get that. But that's what I did. And also, like, I just started eating less and less quantities that I used to, and I eliminated processed sugar. It was so hard to do because I love sweets, I love sweet treats, I love chocolate, I love candy, I love all that. So it just lowering my intake and then eliminated all those things slowly was not easy. But honestly, it's all about discipline. You have to be so disciplined and you have to want this so bad, especially if you are trying to lose weight. For your meals, you want to prioritize protein. You have to consume from 25 to 35 grams in each meal, which is not easy to do, but trust me, you're gonna get the hang of it. If you need a little protein milkshake during the day, you can have that, or a Greek yogurt with something like as a snack during the day between the brunch and dinner. There are a lot of like healthy snacks that you can do with Greek yogurt, fruits, or whatsoever. If you want to snack during the day, I honestly don't snack during the day, but if I did, I would just have some Greek yogurt with a little bit of honey on top and some nuts like pistachio or almonds, and that would be my snack. But I did that for like a week, then I completely abandoned it. But if you are first starting this diet, I recommend doing that. And again, before I finish the video, I just want to put a disclaimer that this is what I did and this is what worked for me. My body is different from your body, and your body is different from other people's bodies. So this might work and might not work for you. However, I am not a professional, I am not a nutritionist or a doctor or anything like that. I just did a lot of research and I just tried stuff until things worked out for me, until I was able to find a way for me to manage my PCOS. However, a lot of these things that I'm telling you in this video are things that people did and worked for them as well. So I really hope that this will work for you as well. In general, if you could lower your carbs intake, that would be perfect. Just focus on the protein and the fibers. And this is pretty much it. This is pretty much everything that I did to lower my cortisol, help my insulin resistance, and also lose a lot of weight. I think so far I lost around 43 or maybe 42 pounds, which is insane because when I was like losing weight, I did not notice. And like, then one day you wake up and like your clothes, they're loose, which is amazing, which is an incredible feeling. But then you have to either alter or buy more clothes. So now I have to buy new spring dresses. Okay, moving on. For the PDF, just share one of my Instagram videos on your story and either mention me or send me a screenshot, and also send me your email and I'll send you the PDF file that has the savory breakfast ideas that I love. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add more stuff into that PDF later. There are a lot of like recipes that I used to make, but I forgot. But don't worry guys, I'm gonna try to remember them all, and I'm gonna make sure that the ebook has vegan, gluten-free options so that everyone can enjoy those meals even if they are on a dietary restrictions or allergies or anything like that. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching this video. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comment below. I feel like I covered everything. Like I'm checking like everything that I wrote, and I feel like I wrote everything. So be patient with yourself. The results are not gonna show up after a day or two, just to let you know. And the hardest thing about losing weight, dieting, and all of that is finding the will to do it and being disciplined enough to do it. And now that I lost weight and I can indulge, during the weekend I do enjoy a burger or a sweet treat or a piece of cake or something like that, because I feel like I deserved it, and during the week I eat healthy, so that's it. Okay, thank you for watching, and subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's fine, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.